Welcome back to my channel for another beauty related video. Today is the Halloween tag collaboration slash palette bingo. This is being hosted by Melissa. I believe her last name is Nataline. I will have it all listed below. Apologize if I have butchered that last name, but she is the one who is starting this. She's the one who came up with these Halloween tag questions and this palette bingo being combined with it. So today we are going to be doing an eye look, using the Nomad Cosmetics Ghost Town palette. And this is one of my favorite palettes from them, so I was super excited that this is the one that was chosen. There will be a playlist for this collaboration and it'll all be linked down below, but be sure to check out Melissa's video after this. I also want to say a big thank you to the person who personally invited me to this collaboration, and that is DW from Dub's Beauty Diary. So also be sure to check out her channel as well. But before you go check out those, watch this one. There are 13 questions for this Halloween tag, and we're going to go through them as we do our look. Now, before we get started on those questions, we're going to roll our palette bingo. So if you don't know Nomad Cosmetics Ghost Town USA palette, this is the outer packaging. Super fun. This was either my first or my third purchase from them, but it was all around the same time. And this is definitely the one that convinced me that I needed to go ahead and check them out. Such a fun packaging and beautiful palette. This one I use all the time. If you're not new here, you know that I love this palette, and that would be no surprise. If you are new here, hi, I'm Emma. Welcome. Thank you for watching. I love this palette, and I think you will too. So I'm going to do a random number generator, and I'm going to generate 5 different numbers. They are going to go from 1 to 6 and then back over here and so forth. There is a equal amount of shimmers and mattes, so I'm really hoping to kind of get an equalish amount, although it's not equal because it's 5. For this look, I have made so many looks with this palette before, so I'm really excited to see if the numbers give me a new look. Okay, I'm gonna go into the Tiny Decisions app, put a range of 1 to 18 because there are 18 in this palette. All right, you can see that it says, hopefully you can see that it says 1 to 18 up here, and I'm going to roll them. I'm also going to screen record just in case. Okay, so 1 through 18, and we're going to do 5 numbers. Ready? Let's go. First number is going to be number 16. Okay. Ooh, okay. So number 16 is going to be Dead Man's Hand, which is this deep blue. Okay. Next number. $18. 18. So the last one, which is another deep one, it is Arrested Decay, which is this deep brown. So we're gonna have a smoky-ish look is what it looks like right now. Okay, for number 3. We get number 3. That hurt me. Okay, so that's gonna be Quicksilver, which is this silvery shimmer right here. Okay, only 2 more numbers to go. Number 10. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's another deep one. That's Calamity Jane. And that is this deep grayish blue. It's gonna be a really smoky look. All right, for our last one, I'm really hoping for a lighter color. And honestly, kind of hoping for a shimmer. Let's see. Number 6. Okay, it is a lighter color. It's not a shimmer though. It is Ghost Town, and it is a green. So this lighter matte green. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 mattes and 1 shimmer. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about how I want to play this real quickly. And then we will jump into making the look and answering the questions. So a couple of things before we continue. One, if you hear snoring, it is my puppy who is sleeping so nicely but so loudly beside me. Number 2, I already did my face makeup with the exception of brows because I don't know what the heck happened to my brow products. I cannot find them anywhere. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. I don't think I have anything else missing, so I don't know what I did. So the brows aren't done and they're not going to be done. Just the way it's going to go. On my lips today, I am trying something brand new and I love it. It is the REM Beauty and Wicked collab. This is in Tulip Field and this is a lip stain, and today is my first time using it, and so far I'm liking it a lot. So we'll see how this stays on throughout this video. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit and then we're gonna get started. So, first, before I get into the questions, I need to caveat this and why my answers might not be what you're expecting. So, as I'm getting into that story, I'm going to go ahead and start with that Ghost Town, that green, and I'm gonna put it, I think, up above my brow and a little bit in the crease. I think that's where I'm gonna put that one. So this is a Halloween tag, which means that this is gonna be questions about Halloween. So like your favorite traditions, your favorite things. And while I am, by the way, as you're watching this, today is my birthday. I am a Halloween baby and I am officially 37 years old. So I've been an adult for a while, but I didn't grow up with Halloween. Halloween in my household was a big no-no. And just because of my parents' religious beliefs. And being that it's also my birthday, that meant that we did stuff like going to Chuck E. Cheese every single year for my birthday. But I never got to dress up and I never had the trick-or-treating experience as a child or a teen. And so my answers, some of them were kind of hard to answer. And some of them might change in next years because I am experimenting with Halloween finally. And I have been since I became an adult, but it took me a while to realize that I could also celebrate Halloween as an adult instead of just my children celebrating it. So some of these answers, I needed you to know that for, okay? Okay, so the first question is, do you get scared easily? And honestly, what I think this question is asking is like, do monsters scare you? Do you get scared on Halloween? And honestly, I would say no. I get startled easily, but I don't tend to get very scared. You can jump scare me, 100%. That'll happen and there's nothing I can do about that. I get startled very, very easily. But I don't feel like I get truly scared very easily. By just, what this question is asking. Number 2 is what scares you the most? And sticking with what I believe this question is asking, I would say spiders. I hate spiders. I will deal with them. I'm not like terrified to the point that I can't deal with them, but I can't. I don't like them. I don't like them. But outside of that, the only other things that really scare me is like my family not being in a good space, like my family being in danger, which I think is a legitimate scare. I mean, spiders are also legitimate too. Number 3, what is your favorite Halloween tradition? This one is one of those that's hard to answer because I don't feel like I have many Halloween traditions, because really I didn't celebrate it, and outside of trick-or-treating, there's only been a couple things that we've done traditionally as a family. So I'm going to just share what those are. So traditionally as a family, we trick-or-treat together, and we also start the Halloween season by watching the Charlie Brown Halloween specials, and then we end the Halloween season with Nightmare Before Christmas. And so all 3 of those together is kind of my favorite, and I guess also going out to eat after trick-or-treating, because we go out trick-or-treating as early as possible, so like 5:30, and we finish pretty soon because it's normally pretty cold. We most years see snow. Sometimes we've trick-or-treated during the snow. This year it's supposed to start snowing at 10 p.m. on Halloween night, so yeah, we're gonna be done early. So we're gonna go early and then go out to dinner. And that's been really fun because it's mostly become our Halloween tradition, but because that's also my birthday, it's like I get 2 birthday dinners because I also go out another night. Typically, not always. So this shade, I always forget, it is darker than I expect it to be. So it's one that I need to buff out a bit if I want that little bit of lighter look, which thankfully it is easy to work with. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this dark brown, which is the Arrested Decay. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that one in the, like the center-ish section, and trying to keep it just in the center because I want that darker blue on the outer. That's at least the plan. Do things ever stay as planned? No, they don't. All right, question number 4. What is your go-to Halloween candy? So my favorite that I like to see in buckets and that I will take if it's available, and they're not cheesy but adults taking candy, will be the Milky Way Midnights. I do not like normal Milky Ways, but I love the Milky Way Midnights, and I only really get them if it's in like trick-or-treating. I won't buy them myself. Yeah, and outside of that, I love the Reese's cups, but only not the cups, the shapes. So again, I will only buy Reese's if it's in the shapes, and I typically buy 1 bag at Halloween and 1 bag at Christmas because I like the shapes, and so if it's in the bucket, I will get it. But I love the Milky Way Midnights, and it's just not a well-known one anymore. Ooh, this is gonna be very, very deep. Okay, the next question is, have you ever done a couple's costume or group costume? No to the group costume. Well, okay, I guess kind of. So one year our family all went as pirates. I'm pretty sure my husband dressed up as a pirate too. I know the kids and I did. I'm pretty sure he did too. So I guess yes. And then as far as couples costumes, we did kind of, but not really. So there was a couple years ago, a party that we went to where, with a theme. And so we dressed to the theme, but they weren't like a traditional couple, but we dressed in the theme together. So I don't know if that counts. This is such a beautiful color. I love it. And so far it is staying right where I was hoping it would. I'm just putting this on this center part here. And I am using more of a packing brush for this because I really didn't want it to spread very far. Okay, in that outer corner, we're gonna use the Dead Man's Hand, which is this blue here. And I'm going to use a angled brush to kind of try to keep it in that general area. For question number 6, are you superstitious? Yes and no? Yeah, yes and no. There are things that I do kind of jokingly, but kind of not, like when somebody says something and I say, quick, knock on wood, or if a mirror breaks, I like say the traditional thing, oh, 7 years bad luck. But do I truly believe in those type of things? I'm not like fully ruling them out, but I'm also not like fully believing them, because I believe we have a lot more control over our lives than we give ourselves credit for. And I think it's sometimes easy to blame things on stuff like that. And I think most superstitions end up being just silly things. But I'll still say the things, oh, knock on wood, and I'll knock on wood. You know, so kind of, I guess. So I'm putting this in the outer corner, and it is overlapping the center color a little bit, which I wanted that. But I don't want it to overtake it completely. That is really, really pretty, but I do want to go back into that Arrested Decay and put a little bit more in there, because I do think I overlapped a little too much. Okay, I'm really, really enjoying this. We are going to next use the grayish blue that was pulled in, which is Calamity Jane. This is our 4th color we're using. And for that one, I'm actually going to find a liner brush. Yep, and I'm going to do it on the bottom line and kind of bring it into here and see what we can do there. So the next question, do you believe in ghosts? Again, I don't fully. I believe that anything is possible, and so I don't think it's silly to believe in ghosts. I just don't think that if they are around, they're very prominent or nearly as prominent as people think or say. I would say I believe more in spirits than ghosts, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain that one. I've had a few experiences in my life that could, point to the supernatural, as does everybody, but also there could be perfectly reasonable explanations. So I don't fully rule it out, but also like I lean more towards no for specifically ghosts, but not spirits. I don't know. All right, number 8, have you ever been to a haunted house? And then it says real or entertainment. I'm not sure what the difference is, but yes. And because I don't know what the difference is, I don't know which one. I've only been to 2. And they weren't like super scary, and they weren't meant to be like super, super scary, but they were also not like flowers. I don't know. They weren't like fun houses, if that's what that, I don't know, but I have been to 2, and they have only been in the last 2 years. So I actually didn't go to one this year. I wanted to, but I never got around to it because all of my friends moved. And while I did find a couple people who had agreed that they would go with me, I just never set up the time to go. So I've been to 2. They were fun. Both times I was with people who were terrified, and that made me laugh through the whole thing. which I think I kind of really like. I like being the not scared one, the one that people rely on. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Favorite horror monster or villain? This is where that caveat in the beginning comes in, because I didn't grow up watching horror. I didn't grow up watching monster movies. I really struggle with this one because I don't feel like I have movies that I like that have monsters and like horror villains, but I wouldn't say that I like the villain in those cases. And I think that would have been different if I had grown up with it. So with that, I guess we just watched this year, because with our kids we did and by kids I mean I have an adult child, literally just became an adult, and then I have a 16-year-old. So that's what I mean by kids. But we did a Halloween or monster movie, every monster or thriller or horror movie every day for this month. So we had 30 of them. Some were fun, some were lighthearted, some were less lighthearted. And so we watched for the first time The Thing, and I'm talking about, I believe it was the 1980s version, which we found out after was not the actual original, because I guess the original was a black and white movie. So we watched the very next one. And while I wouldn't say I like that monster, I liked the story that surrounded that monster. I don't know. That's the best answer I can give you for that question. Okay, I really like that as a liner. I did mess up a little bit over here, so when I clean this up a little bit, I'm gonna have to clean that up. But we have one more shade left to use, and that is the Quicksilver shade. Now, I'm going to first clean the rest of this up just a little bit. Like, you know, blending it a little bit. Then I'm gonna use for the very first time ever the NYX Glitter Glue Primer. I'm gonna put that all right in the inner corner, and then I'm gonna use it with that. I am so excited to try that out, guys. I have never used it, and it's like a favorite for everybody, and it's been around for a very, very long time. So I have no idea why I waited so long to use it, and I'm really hoping it's not about to disappoint me. Next question. Do you prefer gore or thriller? 100% thrillers. 100% thrillers. While I will sit through gore, it is not something I enjoy. It is not something I feel like I need in my life. Thrillers, though. Oh, I love thrillers. My favorite ones, and I haven't seen all of them again in a very, very long time. So don't hold it against me if you're like, really? Because I've only seen a couple of these recently. But I love, I'm gonna mess up his name, any movies by M. Night Shyamalan. You know who I'm talking about. But The Village, I think Signs was also his. Yeah, I love all of those. I truly, truly love those. We watched The Village this season, this Halloween season, and it was so good. So good. Thrillers are 100% my jam. I'll leave the gore to other people. Which is funny because we watched Saw with my kids, and we were only going to watch the first Saw movie. They were in love with it, and they wanted it, and so we ended up putting in 2 more Saw movies, and through every night they've been like, can we add the next Saw movie? I'm like, I can't watch another Saw. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Saw 3 was my absolute limit. Okay, let's get this glitter glue open. Next question is, have you ever played with an Ouija board? No. I'm sure if I was into Halloween as a child, maybe in my teen years I would have, but no. And I've never had a desire to as an adult. I don't put much faith in, I don't put much stake in it anyways, and it kind of feels a little stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you are like, that is the best thing ever to happen. I've just not had any interest in it. By the way, I recently saw on TikTok that there's a Christian one now where you, what was it? It was like talk to Jesus or something. But it was like an Ouija board for Christians. Oh my gosh, what is it? Hold on. Hold on. I need to find a picture of it. The Holy Spirit board. I will put a picture on the screen. It is the Holy Spirit board. Communicate directly with Jesus Christ. It's hilarious to me. Anyways, glitter glue. How does this work? Doesn't have a scent. I'm assuming I need very little. Okay, it's thicker than I thought. There is a fly who is buzzing around me and it's driving me nuts. All right, I'm gonna put this in the inner corner. Sure, I'm asking you like you can respond. Holy crap, that is sticky. Okay, I think I'm gonna put on the shade before I put on the other side's glitter glue because I feel like if I close my eyes, it's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna put it on my pinky. I don't know if I was supposed to let that dry or not, but holy moly, this is definitely much more reflective with that glitter glue than when I don't use the glitter glue. And a lot less fallout, not like completely perfect, but that could also be user error. I'm gonna put on a little bit more because that's super cute. So I will say that this particular shade is the most chunky of the shades, and so I feel like it is a little harder to work with, but this is so pretty. Where has glitter glue been my whole life? At the store. Just waiting for me to decide that I needed it that bad. That is stunning. That really makes the shade pop. Wow, okay. Let's do the other side. Okay, the next question is, what was your favorite costume as a kid and why? And this is why I told you this stuff earlier. I didn't have a costume. I do think one time I dressed up as a pilgrim. And I may have at one point worn like a princess dress to a fall festival, but I don't fully remember, and I don't think I really did. Those are just guesses because I had those costumes at home because I was allowed to dress up any other day of the year. So I'm gonna tell you what my favorite costume every other day of the year was, and it was the pilgrim costumes. Because I love playing like I was traveling to the West in my covered wagon. Guys, I had a weird childhood, okay? I swear I'm not that old. This is stunning, guys. This is beyond stunning. I don't know why I waited so long for this. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've used all 5 colors. Yeah, we have used all 5 colors. This is the look so far. I'm going to go put on mascara. I'm gonna go put on some mascara, clean up a little bit of the fallout from that glitter, and then we'll see the final look. And also we'll answer the final question. Okay, this is the final look. What do we think? Do you like it? I will put in a couple clips, or not clips, a couple pictures of it in different light. I really love the way that this turned out. This was fun, and I've never used all of these colors together, so this was very, very fun, and I love the NYX glitter glue. I cannot wait to use that in several more looks because wow, that made that pop, that made that shade work, and I'm very, very happy with it. So we have one last question to answer, and that is, be honest, do you really only take one piece of candy if the sign says only take one? Do you? Let me know in the comments below. I do, and it is because I am a rule follower for the most part. But when I am going to be around people, I need to be an example. So yes, I take one. I mean, I want everybody to have a chance. And honestly, if it's just a bowl, I don't take from it because I don't know if they're refilling it and I want the kids to get it. But if they're standing there and they offer, I'm like, yes, I will take one too, please. So let me know the answers to your questions, or let me know the answers to these questions from your perspective. I would love to know. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Make sure to check out all of the other videos in this collab. And if you like tag videos like I do, because these are so fun to do, let me know in the comments what tags I should participate in, or if you are already participating in a tag, let me know which ones I should join. I love doing them. I think they're super fun, and I loved this one being also a palette bingo because that is another one of my favorite things to do. So I hope you really enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. And I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween, whether you celebrate it or not. And I'm gonna go celebrate Halloween with my family and celebrate my birthday. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up button, and leave me a comment. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.